My name is Bonnie. I'm a volunteer and a member of the Hernando County Museum Association. The association owns two museums. One location is where we are now. It is the historic Brooksville Train Depot, built in 1885. I've been told by various people doing late night investigations of certain people that are residing here. They are apparently grounded. There are two individuals out in the main part of the museum, and I've been told that there are three individuals that are in this room, which was the original waiting area. This room alone, the group was out investigating in the train car in the main part of the museum, and something metal crashed right next to my chair, and there was enough light I could see that absolutely nothing was moved. But it was very loud. I came out of my chair and I was actually a little bit frightened.
Did you see anything on the floor?
Nothing. And I reported that to the group when they came in to get more equipment. I reported to them that something crashed on the floor right next to my chair, and I investigated and there was nothing moved. And shortly thereafter, their time with us was up, and we were doing a walkthrough and a lockdown at the museum. And I went to the end door in the main museum and made sure it was locked. And on my way back, and they're standing there watching me, and I get 10 paces from that sliding door, and the same exact metallic crash happens again. And there's nothing around me, and yet it happened right next to me. Weeks ago, a lady was part of a group investigating. We only do late nights here.
Okay.
We don't do regular tours. And she was out in the main part, and she simply asked a question, and then she felt a burning sensation on her back. So they came back into this room where the lights were on and looked at her back, and she had a vertical scratch going from her shoulder to her waist. And that's the first physical attack that I'm aware of.
Have you
Reported to be the last formal duel ever fought in the United States, and it was right here on the loading dock of the Brooksville Train Depot. It occurred in 1906, and it was between two gentlemen. One was the conductor of the train that was approaching the station, and the other was a lumberman from Brooksville who was waiting for the train to load his lumber, and apparently it was headed south to Newport Richey. The train was very late, therefore it was causing an issue for the lumberman. So when the train finally arrived, the conductor got off the train and was verbally assaulted by the lumberman, who was very upset. A violent argument ensued, and then they fought a duel. They did it out on the loading platform, and both men were shot to death on the spot. Just recently begun late night investigations here.
Mm-hmm.
We have had paranormal events occur from day one. And if anything, they appear to be escalating. And some of it in, violence, some of it EVPs. People have been recognized by name on EVPs. There have been a lot of incidents, and several groups have reported that the train car is now the home of a lady of the evening. And I never tell any group when they walk through the door, I don't tell them about what any other group has done.
Mm-hmm.
And it was reported to me 3 different times. And considering we've only had probably 8 investigations, 3 out of 8 times, the same evidence has been.
guess I'll have to give my whiskey to somebody
I
else.
feel like somebody's pushing me. You know how you feel like off balance?
Yeah.
Are you over here by me? If you're standing next to me, make that go over to the red.
There's no radio waves coming through, no electrical waves. Let's see what happens. I think my eyes are playing tricks on me.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I'd seen the pen move a little bit. Biscuits, gravy, pancakes.
My arm is so cold. There's something right here. Did you see that?
I was seeing some things. That's the reason I turned the light off. I didn't know if there was a reflection.
You seen it? There was something moved over there. Look at it. Look at it go now.
What's that?
What was that? Look at that. Did you hear that screeching?
I
That was
heard
like,
something, and I don't know where this wood. It's really going off.
that. Were you a cook in here?
Can you finish this for me?
Did you hear that?
Are you thirsty for some shine?
Very good. Do you like us being in here with you?
What do you like better, Kentucky bourbon? Or do you like beer? I got a shot glass and some outside now. If you can make that really light up, give the best you got. And I'll bring you a shot glass in here and I'll pour you some right now.
My arm is so cold. There's something right here.
Pancakes?
He said no.
Now, how am I supposed to do any cooking around here with all this joking and cutting up? Am I still cooking later? Would you rather have food or something to drink?
Angie, did you hear that?
Yeah.
Angie.
What did you die from?
Rope?
Nope.
Rope.
Got a question. What did they call black people back in the day that were disobedient?
There goes your kids. Here you go. Nick, did you hear that?